Hello, grade 5. Today our new lesson in part 2, lesson 8, is about past progressive tense. When do we use the past progressive? The past progressive tense is a verb tense. The past progressive tense indicates a continuing action or an action in progress that started in the past. The past progressive expresses events that lasted for a duration of time in the past. Example, I was watching TV last night. Now, how to form the past progressive? To form the past progressive, add the verb to be in the past was or were plus the ing form of the verb. For example, the verb to be in the present is am, is, are. Am becomes was in the past, is becomes was also in the past, and are, because it's a plural, it becomes were. The form will be subject plus was or were according to the form of the subject plus the verb plus ing form. Example, my sister was playing in her room an hour ago. So my sister is the subject and it's in singular form. That's why we used was. And then we add the verb play plus ing form. We have stative verbs or non-progressive verbs. So we never add ing form to these verbs. For example, emotional states like care, dislike, envy, fear, hate, like, love, mind, need, please, prefer, surprise, want, appreciate, amaze, astonish. Mental states like believe, desire, doubt, feel, forget, imagine, know, mean, realize, recognize, remember, suppose, think, understand. Possession, verbs of possession like belong, have, own, possess. Sense of perceptions, feel, hear, see, smell, taste, and know, and other existing states like appear, be, consist of, contain, cost, exist, include, look, matter, owe, resemble, seem, sound, and weight. The verbs that you see a little star next to them sometimes can be used, but it has special meaning, not the meaning that we can put them in a sentence in the past progressive. Now, past progressive tense with singular and plural subjects. If the subject is singular or one of the pronouns like he, she, it, or I, we have to use was. For example, he was singing for 1 hour. If the subject is plural or one of the pronouns like you, we, or they, we have to use were. Example, we were eating dinner last night. If you can see in this picture, I separated the singular pronouns from the plural pronouns like I, he, Jane. Jane, it stands for she, and she and it. Okay, so these pronouns take was or was not in the negative form. Now we are going to take the negative form. And in the other box, we have we, you, Mike and Sue, it means they. Paul and I, it means we. Okay, so these pronouns, they are in plural form and they take were and were not. And here in this box, you can see the verbs plus ing form. For example, I can say, I was playing. Jane wasn't swimming. She was running. We were reading. Mike and Sue weren't eating. Paul and I weren't singing. See? Now, past progressive in negative form and in question form. To make the past progressive negative, we have to add not to the verb to be. In singular form, if we have the subject in singular form, we have to use was. So was plus not, the contraction is wasn't. If the subject is plural, we have to use were. So were plus not, its contraction is weren't. It means we can use was not and we can use its contraction wasn't in the sentence. For example, he wasn't studying last night, or he was not studying last night. But for the hearing, it's better to use the contraction. They weren't playing for 2 hours. Now, to make the past progressive a question, put the verb to be before the subject. It means at the beginning of the sentence. For example, was he studying last night? Were they playing for 2 hours?